Staying with India, Prime Minister Modi is embarking on a crucial trip tomorrow. It's not to a foreign country, it's not for a global summit, but it's arguably more significant. Prime Minister Modi is all set to visit Manipur on Saturday. Manipur is one of India's 8 northeastern states. Back in 2023, it plunged into chaos. An ethnic conflict broke out in the state. It pitted two groups against each other, the majority Meiteis and the minority Kukis. At least 260 people have been killed so far, plus around 70,000 remain displaced. Yes, the violence is dying down, but Manipur is still awaiting complete normalcy. Which brings us to the Prime Minister's trip. It's his first visit to Manipur since the clashes broke out. The question is why now and what's on the agenda? Let's look at the security situation first. The last major incident of violence was reported in November last year. Since then, things have stabilized, but this is enforced stability. The Kukis have been restricted to the hills of Manipur, the Meiteis to the valley. And in between them is a security buffer zone. Neither side is being allowed to move around a lot. Thousands of security personnel are keeping them apart. We can't call this normalcy, which is probably why Prime Minister Modi is visiting. A long-term solution requires talks between the two groups. Maybe a prime ministerial trip can achieve that. The state administration is hopeful. They say Prime Minister Modi's trip will pave the way for normalcy.
Peace is not only the absence of violence, but also the presence of trust, harmony and reconciliation. Thus, the visit of Honorable Prime Minister to the state will pave way for peace, normalcy and accelerated growth in the state.
Which brings us to the second question. What's on the agenda? The Prime Minister has two stops in Manipur. The first is at Churachandpur. A grand stage is being built in this town. It was the site of some violent clashes in the last 2 years. Here, Prime Minister Modi will interact with some of the displaced people. He will announce new development projects and significant ones too. These are projects worth around 7,300 crore rupees, which is around 826 million US dollars. After that, the Prime Minister will head to the capital Imphal, specifically the Kangla Fort. This is an ancient royal site in Manipur. It is the cultural heart of the Meitei community. Here too, Prime Minister Modi will meet displaced people. He will also announce projects worth 1,200 crore rupees. So it's a big package for Manipur, almost 8,500 crores in total, which is around $962 million. Now you can see what the Prime Minister is trying to do. He is reaching out to both sides. Churachandpur is dominated by the Kukis and Imphal by the Meiteis. By visiting both places, he is assuring both sides he is building trust for a peace process. And he is not going empty-handed. He is announcing multi-million-dollar projects. This is part of Prime Minister Modi's strategy. We saw that in Kashmir as well. Yes, there is a political process for peace, but in parallel, there is an economic push as well. There are promises of investments and infrastructure upgrades. The idea is to use prosperity to achieve peace. But will it work in Manipur? The Kuki Council has welcomed Prime Minister Modi's trip. They're calling it rare and historic. The last time an Indian Prime Minister visited their stronghold was way back in 1988. So this visit was long overdue. But in the valley, there is skepticism. 6 insurgent groups have released a statement. They will be boycotting tomorrow's visit. For Prime Minister Modi, this trip is high stakes. He can use his words to heal Manipur's divisions. He can also use the weight of his office to break the deadlock, to bring the warring sides to the table. He can do so by offering trust that was missing after the violence of 2023. The Kuki groups lost trust in Chief Minister Biren Singh. By the end of 2024, even Meiteis were fed up. His own Meitei lawmakers wanted him to resign. He did so in February this year, and since then, Manipur has been under President's rule. Like I said, this is not normalcy. For normalcy, you need to have meaningful dialogue. You need assurances from people you trust. Manipur is hoping that Prime Minister Modi will be that person. Let's see how the trip unfolds.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Fiskali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 trilhão.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.